Hey everyone, Merry Christmas. Welcome back to the Schlabcast. This is our Week 16 pick'em for FA. Thursday game, Saints at Rams. I had the Rams picked. They won. Closer game than I thought it was going to be. Derek Carr played okay for Derek Carr. Moving into the Saturday matchup, I just dreaded watching the Bengals at Steelers. Steelers end up winning 34-11. I don't think anybody had them picked in the pool, including me. I had the Bengals picked, so okay. Moving on to the Saturday night matchup, it's Bills at Chargers. I think Bills take care of business, no problem here. Chargers, we all know how their season has gone this year. I don't think Bills will have any trouble there. Moving into Christmas Eve Sunday, we got Colts at Falcons. Andy and I's favorite team, the Falcons. You know, this just awful division, the NFC South. I have the Colts picked here. They've been hot lately. I think they're fighting for a wild card spot at 8-6 right now, so I think they'll win. Seattle at Titans. Tannehill is possibly starting with Levis maybe out. Not sure about Geno. I think he will be back for Seattle. I have Seattle picked here. I think they win. Titans season is over. Detroit Lions at Vikings. I have the Lions here. I think they lock up the division with this win, if I'm not mistaken. I think they take care of business here. Vikings don't know who they're going to start at quarterback, whether it's Dobbs or Mullins or whoever. You know, I think Lions win big. Commanders at Jets. This is a tricky game here. I really don't want to pick the Jets. So for that reason, I'm picking the Washington Commanders in an upset. Neither team will play very well. It might be cold. I don't know. The Jets scored 0 last week. I know you want to pick against a team that did that, like the Raiders, and they score 63 the next week, but I don't like it. It feels like a trap game there. I'm going to pick the Commanders, hopefully, in an upset. Packers at Panthers. Panthers sneak out the win last week, 9-7. Packers lose to Tampa Bay. I think Packers win again here. I just don't think Carolina can't bet on them at all, even at home. Browns at Texans. This is a tough matchup. CJ Stroud out again. Painful, I guess. Rough concussion he's recovering from. Hopefully we can get him back. Texans sitting at 8-6. Browns 9-5. Browns been playing pretty well lately. Sneaking out wins, finding a way to win. Texans snuck out a win last week. I have the Texans picked. I have to go with them. Got to go with my gut. I hope they can keep this train rolling and upset the Browns here at home, even though I don't think they're favored, but we'll see. Another gut pick I'm picking here is Jacksonville at Tampa Bay Bucks. I'm going to pick the Bucks. The Bucks have been hot. Jacksonville has been not. Trevor Lawrence still with that ankle. I just want Jacksonville to lose, so maybe I'm picking the Bucks, but I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to stick with the Bucks for now. Maybe I'll change it tomorrow. Cardinals at Bears. Another upset I'm picking this week. I'm picking Cardinals in Chicago. I think the Cardinals played better than everyone thought last week against the 49ers in a couple of ways. The offense did move. The running game has been getting going. I think Kyler Murray's got to fight for his job, so he's got to win here to do it. I'm picking the Cardinals. Cowboys at Dolphins. I'm going to pick the Dolphins. I think it's going to be a really close game, but I just think the Dolphins are going to keep rolling. I just have a feeling they can sneak out a win here. Patriots at Broncos. Easy pick here. Broncos probably will get to 8-7. Patriots probably won't win again this year. Las Vegas Raiders at Chiefs. Another easy pick. I have the Chiefs here. Even though Raiders are 6-8, Chiefs 9-5. Both teams have struggled and look good in times. You got to go with the Chiefs here on Monday night Christmas Day, or Monday morning Christmas Day. And then we have Monday afternoon, Giants at Eagles. Obviously, I have the Eagles picked here. They're going to get back on track. The losing streak will be over. They're going to not lose again this season. I don't think that's a big, bold prediction with the schedule they have remaining. And then to close it out, probably the marquee matchup of the week, Ravens at San Francisco 49ers. Both teams 11-3 atop of their conferences. I don't think anybody... I mean, it says right now 22% pick Ravens, 78% pick Niners. I have to pick the Niners here. They've looked too good lately. Ravens have had a couple of sneaky wins. Not to discredit them, but I got to pick the Niners here. I'm going to stick with it. And that concludes the Christmas week of the Schlabcast Pick'em. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a very Merry Christmas.
What's up? It's the Broen picks for week, God, what are we in, like week 16 now or something? I'm I'm here at the Venetian Sportsbook in Vegas. Here we go. I had the Rams picked over the Saints. I thought they were going to actually blow them out, but we'll just take the 8-point win there. Moving on to Bengals Steelers. I like the Bengals in a close one. Bills Chargers. It's like a 14-point game. We're going to have to take the Bills, obviously. There's not much to be said there after embarrassing my Cowboys last week. The Colts going to the Falcons. Falcons are playing at home. Whatever I pick, the opposite happens. And I want to pick the Falcons, so I'm going to pick the Colts. All right, Seahawks, Titans. I think the Seahawks are looking good. I think the Seahawks actually, if they make their way into the playoffs, they could provide a little bit of an upset. So I'm going to take the Seahawks here. Lions at Vikings. I think it's a close game, maybe a 5 or 6 point game here at the end. I'm going to take the Lions, though. Vikings play some stout defense when they want to. Jets hosting the Commanders. Let's just take the Jets in a coin flip. I think they are a better team overall. Just can't trust anything they do on offense. Packers going to the Panthers. Let's just take the Packers because the Panthers are hot garbage. Texans hosting the Browns. Don't think the Texans are going to be able to pull this off if C.J. Stroud ain't there, so I'm going to take the Browns. All right. We got Jacksonville going to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's been playing really, really well. They're playoff bound, in my opinion. I'm going to take Jacksonville here. I think they're just obviously better on both sides of the ball. I think their offense can put up some serious points, too. Bears hosting the Cardinals. Another poop game. But I'm going to take the Bears. They've been playing good as of late. We're going to save my Cowboys game. We'll go Broncos hosting the Patriots. Broncos are just going to destroy them. The Patriots have nothing going for them. Chiefs are going to bounce back big against the Raiders. Just absolutely thrash them, in my opinion. I think the same goes for the Eagles. Just are going to have their way with DeVito and the Giants. And then Niners hosting the Ravens. This is actually going to be probably a really close game, and I think the Niners pull it out off a field goal at the end. So give me a field goal win, 3 or less for the Niners. And finally, Cowboys traveling to Miami. I think the safe bet is to pick Miami here because they have just a really good run game, and Dallas's run defense is atrocious. But I just got to go with Dallas. Big D here in Vegas, baby. All right, that's it for the Bro-In picks. Again, taking off from the Vegas Sportsbook here. It's really early in the morning. No one's out yet, but let's go Cowboys.
What's up, guys? It's Andy, aka the Cali Bird. I'm back to give my Week 16 picks. Week 15, I actually went 13-3. Pretty well. Just flubbed on that Chargers game. Take the L on that one. I don't even know why I picked the Chargers. Also, the Eagles game. Birds will bounce back, but should have got that one. That was a gimme with Drew Lock. Anyways, moving forward to Week 16, starting off with the Thursday night matchup. Saints visiting the LA Rams. Wow, actually this one can go either way. Majority of people are leaning Rams heavily. I think the edge is going to be home, even though the Rams home in LA isn't necessarily an advantage. Saints always just seem to play just like 10% harder in their Superdome and look like a different team. I'm going to take the Rams. They're hot. Bengals visiting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Another game I kind of go back and forth. AFC North divisional matchup. Browning is hot. They are on the road visiting the Steelers. It gives me slight pause with the Steelers defense. The only thing that concerns me, though, on the Steelers side is Mason Crosby getting the start. He's the QB3. We already saw how bad Trubisky looked as the QB2. Yikes. Give me the Bengals. Bills visiting the Chargers. Bills. Colts visiting the Atlanta Falcons. Everybody knows how I feel about the Falcons. Doesn't matter if they're at home. Doesn't matter if the opposing team has a backup quarterback, as they do with Gardner Minshew. In this case, the Colts back is actually better than the Cardinals starter. But regardless, Colts easy. Hashtag fire Arthur Smith. Seahawks visiting the Tennessee Titans. Titans are always a tough team. They just gritty team, tough. Get it from Vrabel at home. But Will Levis, a little bit inconsistent. I like the Seahawks. They did beat my Eagles, but they look like a better team. They have the really complete offense overall with weapons, and especially with Metcalf, Lockett, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Kenneth Walker. So I like the Seahawks away. Lions-Vikings. Lions just coming off their beatdown of the Broncos on Saturday, now traveling to Minnesota. Divisional matchup, but regardless if it's Nick Mullins or if they go back to Josh Dobbs, Lions better team, clinch the division if they haven't already. Washington Commanders visiting the New York Jets. As bad as the Jets looked, laying a goose egg against the Miami Dolphins last week, something just has me leaning Jets for some reason with that defense at home. I do like Sam Howell, but his performance against the Rams gave me a little hesitation, so picking Jets, but obviously only because of their defense. Moving over, we have the Packers visiting the Carolina Panthers. Both teams, I guess Packers actually looking a little bit worse. Packers most notably coming off their loss at home to the Bucks, now traveling to Carolina. Carolina coming off of their home win in that monsoon against the Atlanta Falcons. I want to pick the Panthers and pick the feel-good team, but slightly leaning the Packers right now. Don't really love it. Might change it later, but I got the Packers right now. Another game that I continue to switch back and forth is the Cleveland Browns visiting the Houston Texans. Houston Texans at home surprised me with their last week's win visiting the Tennessee Titans with a backup quarterback. Now going up against the Browns and Joe Flacco, albeit at home. Texans are going to play hard under DeMeco Ryans. I'm going to give the slight edge to the Browns right now, just riding that Flacco magic, and that defense is just elite right now. So give me the Browns. Then we have the Jacksonville Jaguars visiting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Don't have to travel too far. Jacksonville Jaguars coming off of that abysmal Monday night matchup with the Ravens. And then the Bucs coming off of that high, beating the Packers in Green Bay. Despite last week's outcomes, I'm going to lean Jacksonville. I just think they turn it around. It's not really much of an away matchup because it's still in Florida. I think Doug Peterson and Trevor Lawrence get it turned around. Moving on, we have the Arizona Cardinals visiting the Chicago Bears. Cardinals kind of showing their true colors, getting trounced by the 49ers. Bears just losing to the Browns in a close one, but off of that Hail Mary miscatch. Gonna give this one to the Bears at home. I like their defense, getting some pressure and some turnovers, so Bears. Then we have the Dallas Cowboys visiting the Miami Dolphins. Dallas Cowboys coming off of their brutal loss to the Buffalo Bills. And then the Miami Dolphins coming off of their beatdown of the New York Jets. I expect Dallas to show up. I expect this to be a high-scoring one, back and forth. Going to give the slight edge to the home team, so Miami Dolphins. Team looks like they're clicking now. Probably get Tyreek back, so give me the Dolphins. Then we have the New England Patriots visiting the Denver Broncos. New England Patriots losing to the Kansas City Chiefs. Not a shocker there. Broncos getting trounced on Saturday night to the Detroit Lions. Don't like either of these teams. Probably going to be a low-scoring game. Probably going to be an ugly game. But I'm going to give it to the Broncos. Just have no faith in the Patriots. Still weird to say considering that they have Bill Belichick, but given how this whole season has turned out, it'd be crazy to pick them right now, so I'm going to go Broncos. Raiders visiting the Kansas City Chiefs. Raiders coming off of that historic 40-plus point victory against the Chargers, officially leading to Chargers head coach Brandon Staley and GM Tom Telesco's firing. Visiting the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City. As much as I like that feel-good Raiders story with Antonio Pierce, I think it could come back down to earth. Kansas City gets the win here. Another divisional matchup, Tommy DeVito and the New York Giants visit the Philadelphia Eagles. Giants coming off of an ugly loss to the New Orleans Saints. Eagles also coming off of an ugly loss in a different way and a heartbreaker to the Seattle Seahawks. Eagles have been trending down, obviously, with losing the last 3 weeks in a row to the 49ers, the Cowboys, now the Seahawks. Get an easier matchup at home. I think they get it turned around. NFC East divisional matchups, so Giants will keep it annoyingly close at times, but Eagles are a more talented team and should get the victory. And then we have our Monday night game, Baltimore Ravens visiting the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers look like the complete team, just taking down the Arizona Cardinals, dismantling them very easily. Baltimore Ravens actually showing out too against the Jacksonville Jaguars, holding them to 7 points. This game has the makings of a potential Super Bowl for sure. One of the elite offenses in the Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers, and one of the elite defenses in the Baltimore Ravens. So something's got to give. Going to give the edge to the 49ers. They've just been playing a little bit better, more complete team, and at home. So I like the Niners there. And that's all of my Week 16 picks. Currently in 4th place, just a few games back from Jeff in 1st. So looking to jump back into that top spot. Again, my name's Andy, aka the Cali Bird. Make sure you follow the Schlabcast. Continue to like, share, subscribe to the Schlabcast. Go Birds. Peace.